watch coffee? Yeah, I do.
Good morning, Loganites. We are here at the holiest of holies for road trips. McDonald's.
Look at this! Wow, wow, wow.
We're not quite awake yet. We're going on a hike today. We're going
To Fairy Falls.
Yeah.
Fairy Falls Trail.
So we're gonna tank up here with some food and stuff, go driving to the park, and then we are going to go see some falls.
Hey guys, so we're here at the Prismatic, I guess it is. This is the overflow from the lower pond, so we haven't quite made it up to the top. We're gonna do this, then we're gonna go do Fairy Falls hike. But pretty awesome. What do you think, Levi?
Hot, 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 water.
You think it's too cool of a day with the steam?
Might be.
I mean,
about that.
it's a lot of steam right there. Excelsior Geyser. In the 1880s, Excelsior Geyser erupted and burst 50 to 300 feet high. The thermal violence formed the jagged crater, apparently ruptured the geyser's underground system, causing eruptions to cease after 1890. On September 14th, 1985, Excelsior roared back to life with 47 hours of major eruptions. It is impossible to predict when this dormant but powerful geyser's next eruption will occur. Huh, cool.
Hopefully,
Starting to clear up.
not while we're here.
You're right.
It's really warm right there. Here we go.
It's nice
Face
and
it
steamy.
Can't see anything.
Oh god, and it smells.
Doesn't smell as bad as the other one.
This is a part of what the big massive eruption was.
Yeah. We're definitely in the danger zone.
Yeah. The Grand Prismatic Spring is the largest and one of the most brilliant of Yellowstone's many colorful hot springs. Its massive expanses stretch approximately 200 feet. The high temp of water, up to 160 degrees, ensures the spring is often cloaked in steam. That is today. So all this orange stuff right here is just bacteria?
Yeah.
It's one of them thermophiles?
Yeah, and it says it's like a forest, so it's like got all these different layers to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So the top layer different than the bottom layer. Wow. It's kind of cool to see how it just goes off into nothing.
Yeah.
It's like it can't survive without the hot water.
And then I see that's probably what feeds all these trees so amazingly too, at the edge.
Yeah.
All the micronutrients.
Yeah.
Did you say yeah like you were impressed that I used the word micronutrients?
Maybe.
You said yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Now, welcome back to Big Blue Hole. We are at the Prismatic Spring, and we are looking at the biggest blue hole we have seen yet. Right this week. See you on next episode of Big Blue Darkened Hole. Butthole.
You want to get off the street, baby?
Yeah, you want to get closer to him?
Well, right there's boiling in front of us.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Wow, I would have died.
that's what I'm here for. You have logs. I think that's to keep you back.
The Grand Prismatic.
Yeah.
Wild, the vivid colors. One word, sunlight. The brilliant blue of the water is caused by sunlight being scattered by mineral particles in the water, and the spring often appears to have a blue haze hovering over it. This is caused by the steam reflecting from the blue water. Bright orange, heat-loving bacteria known as thermophiles populate the runoff channels. These microbes contain colorful pigments that allow them to make energy from sunlight and thrive in the hot conditions of the spring.
What do you think?
That is cool.
Cool.
Oh, get some! Is that snow up there? Fairy Falls. At 200 feet high, it is one of Yellowstone's most scenic waterfalls in the park. It is only a 1.6 mile hike from the trailhead, and along the trail you actually get to look at the Prismatic Springs overlook, one of the prettiest views in the park as well. And from here, it's only a 0.6 mile further hike to the Imperial Geysers. So why not take your lunch and go check it out?
This is amazing. We are all alone, which is one of my favorite things to do. To just be like out there where no one else is. What do you think, Levi?
Yeah, falls.
Yeah, you can still see the top of the falls from here.
Oh yeah.
Look how quiet it is. Just listen.
So we left the Fairy Falls and we were making the loop around so we don't have to re-see anything. We took a little side trail to go see the Imperial Geyser. Man, we were just talking about how it's really interesting. As soon as you start actually doing a little bit of real hiking, the people here get so much nicer. They say hello, how are you? They talk to you.
We just had a 30-minute long conversation with some people, ironically, that were our neighbors at the campsite last night we didn't speak to. Then we get here and we wouldn't stop talking. We couldn't stop talking to each other. It was great.
The Imperial Geyser.
Yeah. We made it.
Where does this all come from?
Probably up ahead. Looks like it may be coming from right up there.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some more.
Hi, look, we can lean right here and touch it.
No.
No?
No, baby, it could burn you. I guess you could touch this puddle right here.
Yeah, we're here.
You want me to do it?
Well, I'll do it.
Just touch the puddle.
Oh, it's warm.
Like warmer than a hot tub warm? Like a hot bath
A
warm?
hot bathtub. And all that stuff's soft. All the orange stuff is soft, bacterial, Matt. So do you think all this white stuff is the old bacteria? That just isn't wet yet?
Yeah, it's like dry.
Yeah,
Kind of like salt.
because it doesn't really look like anything else. This is where we're sitting down, right over here.
Have lunch?
Yeah. Whoa.
That's like 50 feet.
This is a good side trail. Whoa.
I prefer this over Old Faithful. This is more beautiful.
Yeah.
And it erupts like every about
Yeah.
5 seconds. What happens when it snows here? And do the geysers freeze
all.
over?
Do what?
Do the geysers freeze over when it gets
No, no way.
Too hot. I bet
No
that'd
way.
be pretty in the winter too.
I bet all this white coming down on this color.
This is such a gem.
Yeah.
We spent our entire lunch in the
Imperial Geyser, if you ever want to come up here, this is the place to stop at. Do the Fairy Falls Trail, keep going, take a little loop around, eat your lunch here. This is just beautiful. Look. I mean, you've already seen it, but I got a Levi, I got a Jennifer.
We've been here the whole time and seen not another person while we ate our lunch. It's amazing. I know I'm boring you by talking about how amazing this is, but I can't get over it.
It's pretty awesome. For clarification, the Fairy Falls hike is an out and back hike, but then you can also extend it another 1.2 miles to the Imperial Geyser. Or you can hike around this large loop of trail so that you don't have to repeat anything you've seen before. The majority of the loop section part of the hike is actually through these fields, which is good and bad because it's a change of scenery and it's beautiful, it's amazing. However, the sun is always on you and the wind is really strong. So please, just with your imagination, imagine all the awesome things Levi is saying right now. You want to tell him?
Oh my God,
I don't
here,
even
give me
know.
that.
I'm tired. Let's go with this.
Okay, so we did it. I think we're dead. We're estimating we did about 8 miles.
What you missed was we got to another intersection of the trail and we realized we were about a third done.
So it like wide. You could go to the geyser or you could continue on the big loop. Now someone had said the big loop was about
8 miles.
No, it says 7.5 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
For like the whole thing.
All around.
For the whole thing, right? No way. There's no way. It had to have been 14. They had to have been talking about the halfway point was 7.5. Because we left the geyser, which would have been about 3.2 miles that we hiked all together.
Yeah.
About 3.2 miles. So we were like, okay, well, we're already at 3.2. If it's 7 miles, it's not going to be that much further if we take the whole loop around. So we came back
We decided to do.
and we were like, yeah, let's just do it. We're feeling good. So we started walking, and no joke, we probably walked 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
And we were like, we haven't seen anybody. We hadn't seen a single person since we turned on that trail. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we got to this giant field and it was beautiful, but we walked to the end of it and I was expecting us to turn into the woods and almost be at a crossroads we had come up to before. And then that's when it turned us in the other direction. We looked at the map again and the map showed us literally a third of the way on that loop. And we were like,
Oh my God.
oh my God, this is 14 miles, not 7.5. So anyway, we then made the decision to turn around, which made us basically about 8 miles. It may have been more.
That's about 8.
I feel like it was 27.5. And honestly, it wouldn't have been that bad, but the sun was pretty hot and I knew I was getting sunburned, clearly. And my feet started hurting, but you know, it was still really nice and I really enjoyed it. We saw some awesome things. He looks tired.
I'm very tired.
Anyway, lesson learned. What do we always do?
I have no idea.
We keep our corn on the cob.